Fahin, a Chinese pilgrim in the time of Chandragupta II, praised administration and prosperity of Gupta Empire. Though Chandragupta II was Vaishnav, he had great respect for other religions. His army chief Amrakar Dev was Buddhist and his state minister Varsen was a Shaiv. Many monasteries were there in the capital Patliputra. Because of cultural achievements achieved during his reign, the Gupta Age could become the Golden Age. He was the patron of scholars and poets. The great Sanskrit poet and playwright Kalidas was his royal poet, Dhanvantari was his royal Vaidya. Gems like scientist Varahmihir, Vaital Bhatt, writer of Amar Kosh, Amar Singh, etc., used to adorn the court. During his rule, sculpture and drawing developed. Many of art pavilion of Ajanta caves were made during this time. He built a number of Buddhist monasteries in the capital Patliputra. Mehroli iron pillar near Delhi was made during his reign, which has not rusted for centuries despite being in heat and rain. He made Ujjain his another capital besides Patliputra. He divided the state into different administrative units for running streamlined administration. In the year 414, the great emperor Chandragupta Vikramaditya died. The Chinese traveler Fa Hien came during the time of Chandragupta II and praised Gupta administration and prosperity. Though Chandragupta II followed the Vaishnav sect, he had great respect for other religions. He built Buddhist monasteries in and around Patliputra. Emperor Chandragupta II got many cultural achievements, so his ruling period was known as the Golden Age of Gupta period. Chandragupta II patronized many poets and scholars. His court was adorned with nine gems like great poet Kalidas of Sanskrit literature, scientist Varahmihir, royal Vaidya Dhanvantari, Vaital Bhatta, Amarsi, the writer of Amarkosh. He made Ujjain the second capital of Magad Empire. Chandragupta too administered his state with the advice and help of ministers. He divided his kingdom into different units for smooth administration. Chandragupta too died in the year 414 AD. His period of reign became a glorious age in many ways in Indian history. End of Gupta Dynasty. After the death of Chandragupta II, his majestic son Kumargupta I came to throne. During his time, some famous caves of Nalanda and some caves of Ajanta were erected. After Kumargupta I, his brave son Skandgupta came to power. The weak rulers of post Skandgupta time could not withstand the onslaught attacks of the obsessive and powerful Hunas, and Gupta Empire disintegrated in 550 AD. Students, Kumargupta I came to the throne after the death of his father. During his time, the famous Nalanda Buddhist University and some caves of Ajanta were erected. After Kumargupta I, his son Skandagupta came to the throne. The weak rulers post Skandagupta could not withstand the onslaught attacks of Hunas. Therefore, the Gupta Empire disintegrated in 550 AD. Administration of Gupta Age. We get information about administration during Gupta Age from records, smritis, and Puranas. Accordingly, the governing body was divided into three sections: central, provincial, and local.